Hi everybody, it's Trisha Knitting Lady. Did you miss me? I know, I didn't make a video yesterday. You're probably wondering why the intro was cable cars. Well, that's from San Francisco, and that leads to a trivia question, which you now have the answer to. Let me go to it. What city has a National Historic Landmark that is a form of transportation or a form of mass transit? That is cable cars in San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco. It's been, I think it's 9 years ago before the city really got bad. Now, people don't want to go. It's full of homeless, unfortunately. I guess there are parts that aren't too bad. I don't know. I stayed in the business district when I went, which wasn't too bad. That was my father's favorite city. And of course, his favorite song was I Left My Heart in San Francisco, sung by his favorite singer, Tony Bennett. So that's why I have an intro of cable cars. There aren't too many left. And I remember I was on one, it was going up a very steep hill, and you didn't know if it was going to make it or not, but it did. So, let me catch up. You notice something different? Not really. I got my hair cut. I got all of them cut. After I got off work today, I was like, I better go get my hair cut. And it's still raining. It was nice yesterday. Now tomorrow, it's supposed to be nice. But unfortunately, I have to stick around even though I have off work because they're changing the internet in the building. And apparently I have something in my apartment they have to get to, some kind of router. I don't know. I got a little note saying, please provide access. And I like to be home when they come in my apartment. So today's the 22nd. It's the birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. And what can I tell you about George Washington? He was born in 1732 and died in 1799. And it was also the birthday of Drew Barrymore, born in 1975. I always remember when I first saw her in E.T. And Julius Erving was born in 1950, the famous basketball player. And on this date in 1980, I remember this day. The U.S. hockey team beat the Soviets 4-3 at the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York. In fact, that's where I met my ex-husband. My son's father was in Lake Placid, New York. And I haven't been back there since I met him. It's a nice place to go to ski, etc. And did you know quid pro quo is Latin for something for something? It's used in politics. It's usually means a favor for a favor. Well, that's what they use it for, quid pro quo. And let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about affirmations. Where did I leave off? Oh, I didn't give you the affirmation for today, the 22nd. Oh, excuses. And guess who this quote is from? Birthday boy, George Washington. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. So the theme of today is excuses. We all make mistakes. The problem isn't so much making mistakes as the lengths to which we sometimes go to defend ourselves when we make them. However deep the hole that making a mistake has put us in, it just gets deeper the more we try to explain ourselves. If we would simply say, I was wrong, and move on, we wouldn't waste so much of our time and energy, and the people around us would respect us more. I will try to calmly admit any mistakes I make today and then move on. I've found through experience, I can't excuse myself on anything. I just have to say, I made a mistake. You know, I'll learn from it. Try not to do it again, because every time I made excuse, I just got myself into deep, deep, deep trouble. So tomorrow's the 23rd, and this is quotation from White Elk. He must be an Indian, Native American. Our legacy. When you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. Okay. We may not be rich or famous, and we may not be important to anyone other than our friends and family. Still, that's enough. We each have our own legacy to build. How would we like our friends and family to remember us? How do they think of us today? The difference between these two things tells us what we need to do with the time that we have left. And the affirmation is, I have just one life in which to bring joy to others around me. That's true. I'm not the kind of person that wants to be that famous, to be honest with you. I don't really like to be the center of attention. I mean, I make these videos in my channel to entertain, but it's not all about me, that's for sure. I wanted to show you something. I had made this shrug a while ago, and it's a very simple pattern. It really is just a triangle, and when you stitch it together, you just do a ribbing around the sleeves. I don't know if you could see that. I love this yarn I used. It's I wouldn't say it's jumbo. I guess it's more thick yarn, but it's very soft. So you know, the United States sent a rover. Well, what is the name of the NASA rover that landed on Mars last Thursday? And the name is Perseverance. Traveled 293 million miles. It left on July 30th, 2020. So it took that many months to get to Mars. Amazing. And yesterday's birthday, which was the 21st, was Jennifer Love Hewitt, was born in 1979. Is she even around anymore? I know she was on that one show for a while. But don't ask me what show it was. Like I said, I'm not big with TV. I never win in Jeopardy with TV. And Kelsey Grammer was born in 1955. I can't believe that man's younger than I am. He looks older. So, yesterday, the 21st of February in 1947, Edwin Landau displayed the Polaroid land camera. And it was a unique camera that could reduce a picture in seconds, 60 seconds. I don't know if any of you had a Polaroid camera. You take the photo and, you know, you'd rip it out and wait 60 seconds for it to develop. I think I have a few of those photos left. They don't last too long. I don't know if you're supposed to preserve them in a certain way, but I used to love my Polaroid camera. So let me tell you about the Polaroid inventor, Edwin Land. He came up with the first polarizing material intended for commercial use in 1929. He established the Polaroid Corporation in 1937. He started out making sunglasses, the Polaroid Day glasses. First pair of sunglasses featuring polarizing filter. It was designed to keep out glare. And Land's daughter, then 3, wondered why a camera being used couldn't produce immediate physical photos. They were on a vacation in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and that's where he got the idea for a Polaroid camera. So it came out in 1947, the first one-step dry process camera that could produce photos within 1 minute. It remained on the market for over 50 years. Polaroid was involved with the Navy during World War II as a company involved in 3D technology. Also played a role in medical imaging field. In 1993, Polaroid released Helios, H-E-L-I-O-S, a medical laser imaging system that produced medical diagnostic images in as little as 90 seconds. That's pretty amazing, isn't it, when you think about it? Lady Gaga, now this is an interesting fact. Lady Gaga worked for 4 years as a creative director for Polaroid. They didn't give the years though. She was part of the launch of several products under the Gray label name, including a pair of camera sunglasses that featured 1.5-inch LCD displays. And if you see her video, it's called Poker Face Video. These glasses served as a wearable camera that could take pictures and be preloaded with videos and slideshows. So it's inspired by Lady Gaga's Poker Face video. So I watched that the other day, and I honestly couldn't figure out what was the camera. I have to watch it again. Somebody will probably watch it and go, "What, you couldn't make that out?" I was a little confused. Oh well. It's easy to confuse me. Some of that stuff is like goes shoo right over my head. It's like psychology. People will talk about that and I go, oops, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. What else can I talk about? There wasn't much today. They had a focus on the guy, the Mexican Chapo or whatever his name was, who was a drug lord. I wasn't going to talk about that. That's go negative. So that's about it. There's nothing much going on. The weather has been lousy. Hopefully tomorrow will be nicer, and they figure out the internet for my apartment and for everybody's apartment in this building. You know, it's funny, we depend so much on the internet, we feel lost without it. At least I do, which really, maybe I can work on something else tomorrow. Read a book. At least I don't have to work. So I hope everybody's doing well. I have nothing else going on, or I can't think of anything. So let me go watch some videos. I have to catch up on my people I subscribe to, because I haven't watched their videos in a couple of days. So take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.